Swole Sisters. So we're gonna do a little chit chat about push-ups today. They're hard. I think almost every woman I've ever trained has expressed a frustration in how hard push-ups are. So I wanted to give you 4 exercises to help build your push-ups, and later this week we'll give you some different modifications to help you work your way up to doing a push-up from your toes if that's your goal. So first of all, one of the most important things to be able to do when you do a push-up is to move your scapula, your shoulder blades, correctly. So as you go down in your push-ups, your shoulder blades should move back. But for a lot of people, those shoulder blades are used to being like this because we're all hunched over. So when you do your push-ups, they don't move. And the only thing that can happen is your shoulders come up and shrug. And then we've got irritated necks and irritated shoulders. So we really need to be able to glide with those shoulder blades. This is great for your shoulder health. This is great for your posture. So what you're gonna do is get down onto your hands and knees, hands directly underneath the shoulders, neck is in line with the spine, and your arms are gonna stay straight. And all you're gonna do is dip through the shoulder blades and then push back up. This is an annoyingly small range of motion, and that's perfectly normal. So no problem with that. You're just gonna go up and down. What we don't wanna see is those shoulders shrugging up and that neck getting shorter. So we're gonna keep the neck nice and long. And you can do 1 or 2 sets of those, about 10 reps as part of your warm-up. All right, second exercise to help with your push-ups is a plain old-fashioned plank. Seems a little boring, but in reality, a push-up is a moving plank, and one of the biggest mistakes I see people make when they do their push-ups is that they lose that nice flat back and they have a little sway to it, or their butt sticks up in the air. So in order to do a proper push-up, you need to be able to maintain that plank. So if you're working on your push-ups, I suggest you do some planks from a full push-up position, so from the hands. And once again, want to remember the neck is part of the spine. So we want to keep that neck nice and long. We want to tuck the pelvis. Hands, wrist is right under the shoulder. And we're just going to be holding that. And the goal is to work your way up to a minute-long plank. Exercise number 3 for helping to work on your push-ups is a chest press. Very important here though, this chest press needs to be heavy. If you can do 15 reps, it is not going to be helpful with your push-up. You'll be building endurance, but when you do your first push-up from your toes, you're not going to do 10 or 15 reps. You're going to do 2 or 3. So we're looking to be in like the 6 to 8 rep range. So for a lot of people, it's like maybe a rep range you're not used to because you tend to be in the 10 to 15 rep range. But you really need this to be pure strength. So we're on the lower end of the rep range and we're on heavier weights. And then you can do this from a bench or from the floor. And as the weight gets heavier, it's helpful to have someone to spot you. Or when you get down, it's important that as you lean back, you press the weight up so that by the time you're on your back, the weight is even. And then we're gonna come down and back up again. And remember, this is only 6 to 8 reps for those. You can also keep in mind from your scapular push-up, as you come down in your chest press, your shoulders shouldn't shrug. They should be locked down. And the trick to that we're going to discuss in the last exercise is to keep your lats strong. And then the final exercise to help build your push-ups is going to be any variation of a lat pull down. So definitely easier to do at a gym. But also if you have a setup with a band and you can put the band over a door, the top of the door, you can also do that. Right now I'm currently on one knee. I like this half kneeling position because it challenges the balance a little bit, stretches your hip flexor, and helps you keep good posture. So I'm going to be on my left knee. I'm going to grab with my left hand. And lats, we're working this part of your back. So as you pull, we're gonna squeeze that muscle, pull that elbow down and back down. So it seems weird to work your back for an exercise that seems like it's your chest and your shoulders and your triceps, but it's really important to work these muscles to help keep the shoulders down when you do your push-ups, when you do your chest press, when you live in life, and we're trying not to shrug. So exercising those lats is gonna help when you do your push-up to keep nice, good posture. So that one you can do rep range like 8 to 10. It doesn't have to be as heavy as the chest press because we're more just like training the ability to engage those lats versus the chest press. You're really trying to like build that pure strength to help you with your push-ups. So I hope all these tips are helpful for you, and let us know if you give them a try.